Please forgive me now for there may be mispronunciations in this video. The case I'm about to tell you is both tragic and scary, and inspired the Netflix Spanish horror film called Veronica. This is about the real-life story of Estefania Gutierrez. Estefania was born in 1973 in Vallecas, South Madrid, Spain. According to her parents, she lived a normal life until the events occurred. At the time of the event, she was 17 years old, the eldest of 4 siblings, and she was going to a very religious school. In March 1990, she went to school as she normally did, but skipped class with a couple of friends to hang out in the bathroom to use an Ouija board. They wanted to try and communicate with Estefania's friend's boyfriend who passed away due to a motorcycle accident. They performed a seance in an effort to get in contact with him, but was interrupted by a teacher who angrily came in. What the teacher broke is mixed up, as some say they broke the Ouija board, while others say they broke the glass planchette that they used to move across the board. Something strange occurred. A strange gray smoke rose up and entered Estefania's mouth and nose. This event would change her life drastically. She changed strangely during the next several months, and these symptoms that occurred were insomnia or difficulty sleeping, auditory and visual hallucinations, catatonia, voice changes, and seizures. Behavioral changes that involved her growing hostile towards family members that would lead to physical attacking them. She also experienced seeing shadow people with no faces, wearing hooded cloaks, and that called out to her to go with them. Her parents took her to different doctors and hospitals, but no one could figure out what she was going through. Her mental state began worsening, and she would attack her sister so badly that she knocked her out and her mouth was foaming during the attack. After the attack, her health declined further. After one seizure, she was taken to the hospital where she fell into a coma and died the next day. There was no official cause of death, and the autopsy reported sudden and suspicious death. Now, let me point out that before her death, weird things were happening in the apartment that only got worse after she passed. Objects moved on their own. Doors opened and closed by themselves. Estefania's siblings said that times it felt like they were being grabbed by an invisible force. Her mother said she could hear Estefania's screams. The family also heard banging, things moving, disembodied laughter of men, and glass breaking. 2 years after Estefania's death, a picture of hers burst into flames, but the frame and the glass were fine. Just the picture burned. On November 27, 1992, the family had enough and called the police. Inspector Jose Negri and a team were sent. The night before, Estefania's mother felt pressure on the top of her and told her husband, "Someone is here." And right after, something grabbed her feet and hands. When the police arrived, they found the entire family outside, even though it was raining and cold. The police team felt a weird presence and even felt nauseated. Their experiences were recorded in a police report, and here is a small excerpt from it. On this day, for the past few hours, strange phenomenon had been noticed. Some of these include invisible force turning crucifix upside down, cabinets moving, and voices. When the police entered the apartment, the lights were off, and immediately they heard the sound of banging when no one was inside. Each time they thought they found the source of the noise, it moved from one place to another. One officer was almost hit by a heavy cupboard door, but ducked just in time. They found an unidentified slimy substance dripping from the bedside table. When they entered Estefania's old room, they found a cross that had been bolted on the wall that seemed to have ripped off, and the Jesus figure on the cross was separated from the cross. But no one had been in the room. They also saw 3 claw marks where the cross had been. That's not all. When they entered the bathroom, they felt a sudden drop in temperature, unlike anything they'd ever felt before. The family would eventually move away, and the paranormal activity came to a stop. Estefania's mother maintains these events are true, but her siblings now claim they were exaggerated. What do you think of this story?